All right, what is going on, guys? How are you doing? We are here. We made it. I need to check my chat. Pravada, we're doing a watch party now. Hey, good. We got someone who brought pizza. Let's go. What is going on? How are y'all doing on this fine PBA Saturday? Just got to get my chat kicking. We are live on Twitch. We're live on everything. My face looks like I just got out of the shower because I did. I had some bowling today, so I had to quickly get ready. We're also going to go live over on TikTok, PBA Watch Party. And boom, maybe. Kind of. Yeah, there we go. All right, we are good. Hey, bowling with Brooks, what's going on? Apologies for the weird delay. Every time I take an update on my OBS, everything like just blows up. So my restream breaks. Hey, Rick Too Tough, what's going on? So I think we got it settled now. But today, what we are doing is something a little bit different. We are going to be having just a nice watch party with the PBA Players Championship that's on right now. We are just getting it started. Unfortunately, I am not able to actually show you guys the clips because Fox would come after me. Their lawyers would shoot me down really quick. So what we're going to be doing is having a watch party. I'd recommend throwing it on. Go check out Fox Sports. Fox Sports 1 is where it's at right now, so make sure to go throw that on. And then we are going to be doing everything we can to try to talk about everything that's going on the show. I'm tempted to have some sound on. I didn't get it working. I don't think I can have you guys listen to any sound. But because again, Fox would destroy me. So I'd have to check my audio settings and all that jazz. But Rick has all of those awesome emotes over on Twitch. Love to see that. Yeah, the hair is not hairing right now because we just got out of the shower. We have a Jason Belmonte interview going on right now. Let me actually check my sound settings. Maybe I can get this going just to me. But we're going to be talking about everything and anything going on with the TV show today. My thing still says horse racing, which is kind of funny because there's horse racing on before this on FS1. Also, what is going on over on TikTok? I'm curious if TikTok's going to like what I'm doing because I put the words watch party into the title, and I'm guessing TikTok's going to try to take it down because they saw watch party. We can't have that. Let's see. Okay, I can have it in the wrong. Okay, I can have it in the wrong thing. Perfect. Ricky, yes, sir. Yes, we have all of it. So the matches today, looking at the PBA Players Championship, is Nick Pate, Kevin McCune, Simo, and winner of that one, Sterner, and then that Jason Belmonte guy. Rick, Lethal Venom with 1K pad, Evoke Hysteria, Venom Shock, Primal Rage Evolution, Thrill Hybrid. How's it look? Ooh, I kind of like that lineup. That lineup's really good. You got a little bit of everything. You got a little bit of everything. I'm actually going to drag this right about here. So we're starting with McCune. What is he throwing? Is that a Crown Victory? What? Simo gotta win. I would love to see Simo Belmo. We haven't seen enough Simo Belmo this year. Oh no, McCune's, I forget, McCune's Roto Grip. He's throwing a Hustle Rip at his spare. I guess why not? And he goes 6 out to start the match. That is a really hot start from McCune. Love to see that. Anybody just joining us right now, we are going to be live streaming the watch party for the PBA telecast going on right now. Go check out Fox Sports 1. Go to your browser. If you don't have it on TV, you'll need a TV subscription, which kind of sucks. But we're going to be watching everything going on with that right now, trying to talk about what is the word? Commentate. There we go. Commentate everything going on. Like Nick Pate throwing a game breaker 5 right now, and he bones an 8-pin off the rip. Stay hot, Nick. Nice work. Good job. Nick bones an 8-pin, and McCune goes big 4. So if you don't want to watch it and you want to watch it on YouTube later, I'd recommend staying away from this solely because we're going to be spoiling everything going on right now on the TV show. Should be about 2 hours. McCune is with Roto. Yeah, Rick, perfect. Whoopsie. I messed that up. All right, we got a couple people hanging out right now. If you're over on TikTok, I'd really appreciate a like over there. The more likes you can get in a little bit, the better. Pate just whiffed an 8-pin? Pate just whiffed an 8-pin in the first frame, so it's 8-6 after 1. That's really fun. I'm going to try to change the sound so I can hear the stupidity of Randy. Oh, I didn't say that. I love listening to Randy Peterson. There's no one I'd rather listen to than Randy. Ugh. Let's try headphone. There we go. All right, and you guys do not hear it, so Fox will not take me down. All right, here we are. We are good. So we have Nick Pate versus Kevin Mchune going on right now. It'll be really interesting to see. Oh, sorry, it's 6-9 right now. Nice, nice. So we're just gonna try a little bit of a watch party. I've been asked a few times to do these. I'm like, yeah, what if you do like I think it's Joe Rogan who does it, is what somebody told me, what a friend Rudy told me. So we're gonna try it out, see what happens, see what you guys think of it. Unfortunately, PBA won't let us show it. PBA, I'd love for you to let us show it, but oh well. Let's see, Kenny, what are your top 3 brands to throw right now? Oh, he's throwing a purple rhino as his spare ball. That's interesting. And he missed it. Oh my God, Nick Pate missed 2 spares. That's super. 2 nakeables. Stay hot, Nick. No, this is gonna be a fun match. We have 3 opens in 3 frames. Stay hot. All right. Top 3 brands. I think right now in 2025, Motive is one of the better brands of the last couple of releases. I think they're up there. The Storm releases are all really good right now. I think Storm itself as a brand has some amazing options. And then I'd go Hammer. Hammer is always just crushing it. Hammer is always really good. We're also popping some caffeine. Yes, it is 6:10 p.m. and I'm popping caffeine because why not? I think McCune's throwing an XL. Yeah, he's throwing a super, super shiny XL. That's interesting. Huh. It almost looks like a Journey too, or an Exponent, but nope, it is just a 4,000 grit shiny Exponent. That's interesting. Know that feeling, James? Oh, I feel that. That was me at my tournament earlier today. And McCune starts whacking him. He gets a double with the XL. XL is a really low-key good ball. That is one that is not on that option. So Highline Designs, we are watching the PBA Players Championship. There's a professional bowling tournament going on right now. It's on Fox Sports 1. So because we cannot show the event, we're going to be talking about everything going on with the event. So I need you guys to go turn on the event at home, try it out, go watch it, and then we'll be commentating over it to try to cover up some of maybe the not as great commentating going on, or just give our own little take to it. And Nick Pate goes through the face for a 6-10. Stay hot. Stay hot. Jameson Beeger, would you ever throw a Sublime Focus? Yeah, I think the Sublime Focus is really good. It's really early and really smooth, though. It's a super, super early symmetrical solid ball. Super early symmetrical solid ball. Panda, I just got my Lethal Venom in yesterday, and my second game with it was 265. Nice. Stay hot. Stay hot. That is awesome. That Lethal is another slight sleeper pick. I thought it would do a lot better after, oh, we're on sports right now? Yeah, sure, I guess we can stay on sports on Twitch. I thought it was going to do really, really well after Michael Davidson absolutely crushed everybody with it. But yeah, it really hasn't popped off as much as I was expecting. Highline thoughts on the Jackal Onyx. I adore mine. I think it's one of the best asymmetrical solid balls on the market. One of the best strong balls on the market. I actually have one through 300 with it. Absolutely adore that thing. Whenever I can throw it, I try to throw it. It's great. All right, Nick Pate made a spare, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big, big day. We are currently at 36-18 in the second, lower scoring match because of a couple opens. And then Nick has the flattest 10 pin I've seen in the last couple of weeks. This Game Breaker 5 is hitting like a marshmallow, absolute marshmallow. Wow. That Game Breaker 5 is good if you can play straight with it and if you can get the right angle with it. Otherwise, it hooks so bloody early. Panda, I've got 8 ads on Twitch. I'm going to open up Twitch and try to mess with that. I am so sorry about that. Twitch auto ads is never good. And Nick almost missed the spare. Hey, Highline, thank you for the 10 coins over on TikTok. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. All right, let's see what is going on over here. Where are we at on ads? I think we should be okay on ads now. I did not mean to press that button. We're gonna accept that. Where are ad breaks? Add that. Okay, there we go. And Mchune went Brooklyn on his 4th frame. Oh my God. I've managed to get hold of an identity. Hey, Goose, congrats. That is awesome. Way to get an identity. They're hard to get. We have a couple at our shop yet, but I think your best bet is probably going to be like Bowler's Mart if they haven't sold out already. But I think they did. I think they already got rid of all of theirs, which is crazy. So yeah, they are very, very hard to find right now. Very, very tough to find. All right. I look so shiny on my thing. I apologize. I greatly apologize. Just got out of the shower because I was at a bowling tournament this afternoon. I was like, yeah, let's try a watch party of this. And Mchune, 10 back. All right. I think this match is already over. We are in the 5th frame, and this match might be over. Mchune's got 66 in the 3rd with a double. Hey, Coda, what's going on? Good to see you over on TikTok. Yeah, that shiny XL is awesome. That's a really cool idea. Because it's got a medium-ish cover stock, nothing too strong, but nothing too weak. And then the core is massive. The core is super, super big. So that's actually a really good idea. That's how I've seen that XL a lot more is shiny. I don't see him dull that often. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just not as good when dull, if it just rolls a little bit weirder. And there, Pate goes with a strike. He hits the pocket and carries the 10 pin out. What is it? 5 frames in, and Pate's down 39. Panda, I ordered the EJ Jacqueline. It'll forever be a wall hanger. That's what a lot of people are doing. They just love the look of it so much that they aren't going to drill it, which is kind of cool. And yep, there's Pate again. Yeah, it is that good looking of a ball. I had somebody come into our pro shop last week. He's like, yeah, I bought 2 of them. One of them for the wall and then one of them for myself to drill. So that's actually kind of common. I would love to see the numbers of how many balls were sold or how many EJ Jackals were actually sold. Okay, maybe it's not over. Pate's got a double now. Pate's got a double. Coda, my house, you better off using hybrid and shiny. That's why for mine. Yeah, absolutely. That's very common, especially if the bowling center is a little bit older. You're gonna notice that you need some stuff that is that's gonna get down lane a little bit further than a lot of the solids out there in the world. Bowling with Brooks. Tell my buddy James, who's also watching, to get the hysteria. James. Let's sit down for a minute. There's like 5 really good shiny balls in the market right now. There's one that has won like 3 titles already on the PBA Tour in the last couple of months and has a ton of honor scores. And that is the Evoke Hysteria. So go get the Evoke Hysteria. Hopefully that's good bowling with Brooks. Let me know if I need a little more like emphasis on it or need to make it more dramatic or anything like that. All right, we have an ad break right now that's going on. I'm actually going to change my text. We're going to go PBA watch party. There we go. And then we're going to center it right there. Beautiful. All right. I should throw a little bit of music on in the background. Let's do this one. How loud is that going to be? Please don't be loud. I think we are, there we go. We're able to listen to it a little bit. Let me know if the music gets a little too loud. We're gonna have just something playing in the background since we can't have everything playing. James Hicks leaving now. Hey James. Sorry, James. That was Brooks' idea. That wasn't me, I swear. Alexander Glover, I have a Summit Ascent. What ball is best to play off of it? You have a Theorem Pearl, Zen 25, and a Road Warrior. All 3 of them are really good options off of that Summit Ascent. Before I read that second half, I wanted to say the Road Warrior is a good combo with it. So that's my top one. But otherwise, the Theorem Pearl is another great option. Walt Persing, what's your opinion on Anthony Newer? Anthony throws it great. Ton of power, ton of strength on him. The problem is left is sometimes so difficult. Like the left at this tournament was impossible. It was super, super hard. And as they try to shut down, like make scores lower, the left is going to keep getting harder, which is going to make it tough for him. Because he is one of the few, not one of the few, but he is one of the super, super high rev rate one-handed lefties, which is very different from the Packies of the world and the other two-handed lefties out there. So I like him. He's an awesome bowler. Just it's tough on the left side this year. JT Bowling, that fresh looks impossible. I didn't think it would be. I thought there'd be a lot more urethane, but neither is throwing urethane right now. Kind of surprising. I thought, I know that's what it was for all of qualifying, was like you play 3 games with urethane and then you move a little bit in with something stronger and then you move a little bit more in with something shiny and stronger. So that's where you saw a lot of the big ASIMs coming out. So kind of surprising that this is what they're going with. Let's see, Coda ordered 2 EJ Jackals, 1 to drill and 1 to keep. Nice, love that. The EH I'm debating on, but I also want the Hittention or the Equinox. Out of those right now, I mean, they're all great bowling balls. A lot of people adore that Equinox. A lot of people are really liking the, of course, the Attention Star is goated. But then the Motive Evoke Hysteria is really making waves right now. Really making waves. That ball is doing well. I'm noticing all of the online retailers, online distributors of bowling balls, like bowling.com. Is it bowling.com, I think, does? Bowler's Mart. I just ordered some stuff from Bowler Store, and everybody has Evoke Hysteria advertisements on the site, which is usually a really good sign. Like, if they have advertisements for it on the site, then it means the ball's selling really well and they want to sell more of them. So kind of wild that ball's doing that well. Alexander, who's your favorite bowler on tour? Mine is Prather. I don't really have one. I'm a terrible sports fan, like with picking favorites. Like I'm a Minnesota guy, and I don't really care that much if any of our sports teams do that great. I like watching a lot of just good sports, like good baseball, basketball, bowling. I don't really have many favorites. I have like a handful. Like today, I'd love to see Belmo keep going. I love seeing Belmo success. Otherwise, Mchune, great bowler. Love seeing him do really well. Who else was on the show? Simo would be fun too. Simo's always fun to have on the shows, because on the shows you want something fun. But yeah, I'm good with. I don't really have many favorites per se for the bowling world. Walt is coming in with a hot question of who's your favorite string pins, yay or nay. String pins are going to be something that happens if we like it or not. They save bowling centers so much money. I'm trying to get a video ready where we're going to actually be going into the details of how much money it saves, but right now I believe it's about $100,000 a year is where my number's at, is what string pins save. And bowling centers don't make much money, but we're gonna have a full video of that coming soon. Right now I'm very neutral but hopeful that they're gonna be good, and they are gonna save bowling centers a good amount of money. Let's see, Top Shotta, we're all rooting for Simo and Belmo. Oh, 100% we're rooting for Simo Belmo. 100% we're rooting for Simo Belmo. That would be an awesome match. Trash Panda, how do you like the arsenal of Evoke, Beyond, Lethal Venom, GB4 Hybrid, and IQ2? Ooh, I like that. I don't know if you want 1K on the GB4 Hybrid. That gets it kind of close to an IQ2 like look, but no, overall it looks really good. And here comes Mchune throwing it 9,000 miles an hour, picking up his spare. Does Nick have a chance yet with that game breaker? So Mchune's at 163 in the 7th. He can get to, well, he can get to a good score yet. He can get to 250, I think, right? Come on. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. They usually use wood pins for the shows, but they switched over to synthetics for this. Huh. That's interesting. I didn't know that. And for the entire event, that's what they used. And Nick whacks it with that Game Breaker 5. Nick has a chance. Nick actually has a chance. He can strike out for 237. And Mchune, I mean, if he has one miss, he's not getting to 237. So if Nick can just absolutely whack him for the next 4 frames, he has a chance. Let's see, Coda. I have a Vibo, just don't know which would be more similar. The Equinox is going to be closer to the Vibo, except it's still different. They're all going to be different shapes at the end of the day. So I don't know if there's really one that's going to be closer or further apart. JT Bowling, I'm super rev dominant, but I like to keep it in front of me. Any suggestions? I have a new blue. You're going to like things like new blues, like surges. And Nick must just lost the game with that shot. New blue, yeah, is a good option. Surges, hammer raws, weaker hammer vibes from the past would be really good options. If you want to keep it in front, you might like the torpedo direct hit. Actually, that might be a good option for you if you want to play straighter. Coda, did you see Sean Rash's post about integrity? I did. The way it sounds is that somebody, potentially Belmo, was vaping, like vaped during like qualifying or something, or hit a vape. I'm Gen Z, so maybe I have a different outlook than Sean Rash does, but I was like, I don't know if integrity was the, like, I don't think it warranted a full Facebook post like that. I don't know what it was. That was just a rumor floating around. I don't really know exactly what the situation is, But oh my god, McCune yucked that ball. Came in hot. He threw it like a mile faster than usual. And he lofted it. But I think that's what it was. I think that's what the play ended up being. So I don't think it warranted the full post if that's what it is. If it's not, I'd be curious to hear. Let's see, where are we at over here? Brooks, we hit. Top shot, we hit. Panda, how do you like? Oh, we hit your Panda. Hey, Case IH, what's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Polymer's direct hit is a great ball for me as a rev dominant two-handed lefty. There you go. So if you're rev dominant, you want to keep it in front of you, try that out. Try that out. Oh yeah, Mchune won the Players Championship a couple years ago. I forgot about that. Whoopsie. Huh, I forgot he won a title. Case IH, where did Ryan finish? Ryan Barnes is in second right now. He is the second seed, so he will be on the show tomorrow. So the way the show is lined up, the PBA is doing 2 telecasts today. They're doing, is it the 6 through the 9 seed are competing today to make it as the 5th seed for tomorrow's show. So this is a good way to get a lot of new people on TV, which is nice. Like we get paid on TV and we get Mchune, who wouldn't have made it otherwise. But let's see if I remember. I think Sterner made it. There is a post for who made it. Let me look quick. I'm just gonna open up the PBA's Instagram account. That is today. So today's show is Pate, Mchune, Simonson, Sterner, and Belmonte. Tomorrow's show is other people. Do they not have it? No. That'd be way too easy. Yeah, that'd be way too easy if they had it on here. I don't know who it is tomorrow. We'll have to check. Let's see. Panda, I'm rooting for Fior. Yeah, Ethan's looking. He was leading from start to finish. That dude was leading the entire time. He never let it go. It was insane. That dude, he better be sanctioned, or not sanctioned, exempt next year. I know he's like 20, but he's been crushing them all season. Absolutely crushing them. Obeek Fix, what's going on? What is the difference between the IQ Ruby and the new IQ AI? So I don't recommend both in the same bag. The new AI is a little bit earlier, but a lot sharper down lane, where the Ruby is going to be longer and smoother. So that's really, the difference is kind of small. The IQ AI is just going to hook earlier at the end of the day, is really going to be the big difference that you see between the two. So I wouldn't have both, but if your IQ Ruby is starting to die a little bit because they are a couple years old at this point, then an AI is a good replacement of it. Case IH, I'd like to see Ryan win something. It's going to be fun to see him on TV. I'm a little worried that he's going to start to have demons popping up because he's gone like 140 on the show, but I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be okay. David Jones. Wait, someone complained about someone hitting a vape. I grew up with ashtrays built in the scoring table. That's so true. I didn't even think of that point of it. Oh my God, I'm 100% using that point, David. 100%. Like, yeah, we were at a time in bowling where there was a wall of just smoke from cigarettes on the lanes. Like, that's where we were just a couple of, not a couple of years ago. It's been like probably 15 at this point, but we were just there, which is kind of crazy. Let's see, Jack, how do you get exempt? Is it based on points? Yes, it is based on your PBA points. So I believe it's top 40. Top 40 points get exempt. And I don't know if that's year after year it updates, or if it's every 2 years that it updates. So McCune's trying a phase 2, and oh my God, that looked beautiful. He's got 500 rev rate. That is absurd. One-hander with a 500 rev rate. What does he have now? A shiny phase 2? Why not? The more phase 2s, the merrier. So you go XL into shiny phase 2. Why not? Why not? But otherwise, the other way is that there's a tournament called the PBA Tour Trials that happens every year, where I think they pick like 8-ish bowlers who end up being able to bowl exempt on the tour. So they get entries into every single tournament, and it's completely free. I don't know if they're running that again next year. They haven't really announced their schedule next year, but I'd assume they will because it was a big success this year. Let's see. JT, Super we hit that one. Coda, that's what I'm understanding. Like, I'm torn because I don't think it's a big deal. I know I don't know. It's not that serious. It's not as big. A vape, it's not going to hurt anybody. The rules that like don't hurt anybody are always interesting. Like, it doesn't hurt others. Yes, it's a rule, but don't be too strict about it. It's not the biggest. It's not going to kill anybody. Next up, we get Simonson and Mchune. That's going to be a fun match. Mchune ended up winning the match through a wild messenger with his shiny phase 2 and his XL. So it's going to be Mchune versus Simo. Winner plays Jason Sterner. Winner of that, finally, around 6:45, will play Jason Belmonte. So that'll be a really, really fun one. Alexander Glover, PBA Insta has the top 4. They did? What? I didn't see it. Where? Where the heck did it go? On this one? No. I have the bottom 4. I have the bottom 4 guys, but I don't have the top 4 anywhere. I don't know why. They're already posting about Pate. Pate jumped from 11th to 8th. Wow, that's kind of cool. I can't find it. Huh. Josh, I have a Widowmania and I feel like I can't get it to hook. Oh, that's interesting. What are you what kind of situation are you throwing it in? Are you throwing it in an odd situation where, like, on the fresh or something, or is it too burnt up, like after open play, or when are you throwing that ball? See, Case IH, although thoughts on the IQ Tour for a solid in between a Zen and a Road Warrior, I think that's not too bad. It's going to be a lot closer to the Road Warrior, and it's going to be pretty weak, but I think that still works. And Brooks, I used ChatGPT to rate my arsenal today. First time using it, what a great form of information. Asked it what to add to my bag. Really, was it actually good? Check General and Discord on it. Make sure to go check out our Discord if you haven't. Latest Belmo ball is... Oh, if you aren't, go check out our Discord. Link is in all of our bios. There was a tweet of latest Belmo ball, and it says gold Belmo ball, except instead of a bowling ball, he's holding a vape. I love that. That's awesome. Trash Panda, go Sour Patch Kids at 6:30 as well. What do you mean? It's fine. It's 200 milligrams. I don't plan on falling asleep too early tonight. I don't think I could bowl tomorrow, but I don't think I will be. I probably should because I suck today, but I did listen to this. All right. Bowlers with thumbs, you're gonna understand this. So you guys know the black tape that goes inside of your thumb hole, right? It's super thin tape. So today I was bowling and we get very first shot of qualifying, right? We're on the last year's USBC Open Championship team pattern. So super flat, 39 feet. I'm throwing a Pink Widow up like 6 to 7, trying to keep it around 3. Have a nice little funnel that we kind of built in practice. Ended up shooting 250 that game. But what happened is I had my thumb and one of those pieces of tape was slightly off. So it went underneath my fingernail, like, because I put my thumb in my ball and it ended up putting that piece of tape like right through between my skin and my fingernail, blood everywhere. So it's still like super, super inflamed and very, very large right now, and it's not fun. So might not be bowling, so then caffeine now is a-okay. Case IH, I bowled a 265 the other week, strung strikes from 2 through 10. Split after the first strike of the 10th. Hey, nice, that is awesome. That is an okay time to split because you're not losing as many pins as you could in the middle of the game. Absolutely love that. Remember, if you're new here, make sure to drop a sub. If you haven't, make sure to drop a follow, drop a like, all that fun stuff. We have a lot of channels that we post stuff on the ZVL Bowling channel. Today, we're doing a watch party of the PBA Players Championship. We are doing a full watch party of the preliminary finals, I guess is what they're calling it, of the PBA Players Championship. Tomorrow is the main event, the big show where we're going to have the 1 through 4 seeds, and then whoever ends up winning today's show is going to be the 5th seed for tomorrow. So it's going to be a really good time. Unfortunately, I cannot show you guys the tournament because of some Fox rules, and I'll have Fox Sports lawyers at my door within 20 minutes. So what we're doing instead is I have it on my screen, and then I want you guys to have it on your screen so that we can watch it together is going to be the easiest way. So if you want to have this on your phone, and then you have it up on your TV, or you have it up on a different browser or a different window, if you're watching Fox Sports 1 on online, which is a fantastic way to do it. That's how I do it. It is, yeah, foxsports.com is all it is. Fantastic. Let's see, Ricky, what's going on? I'm everywhere. You are in all the places. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right, we have Simo versus Mchune. Winner takes on Sterner. Winner takes on that Jason Belmonte guy. Case, for that reason is why I'm not a fan of my thumb being in the ball. It's happened to me before, and it's always with this one with this 1 inch or turbo sleeve or slug that I have. I don't know why. It's just there's a piece of tape on it that's sticking up and I'm just too stubborn to fix it. I'm too stubborn to put in new tape because I'm super stingy with putting in new tape because I go through so much because my thumb changes sizes all the time. So we're going to see. Might be able to, I'm going to listen to Simo's thing. Okay, Simo isn't saying anything that crazy. Oh, he's talking about his back injury? We're progressing, not regressing with it. All right. All right. He said nothing controversial or snarky in his interview. That's kind of sad. That's disappointing. So we got Mchune versus Simo. Yeah, but it's not doing great. It's not bad. But yeah, there's a lot of nerve endings underneath your fingernails is what I found out. And it hurts. Oh. Jess Fishing, guy bowling beside me in league this week was throwing an identity. Really clean and sharp, really angular. Yeah, that's really what I'm noticing. A lot of people are really loving it. I've had a lot more people talk to me about it, and every single one of them is adoring it in different ways. Wow. Mchune sent a really good messenger in the first. He did switch over to a shiny phase 2, so he went from a polished XL down to a phase 2. Which is the exact situation that you'd expect from one ball to another. So he's just going down the bag. I'm guessing next one would be like either a, what would be next? Probably a Summit Ascent, or he's going to go shiny to like a Zen or a Road Warrior or something. What is Simo throwing? That's not an Exponent. No, you can't throw an Exponent on tour. It looks like an Exponent. That is 100% an OG Exponent. I didn't think you could throw that on tour anymore. That's kind of cool. Where'd he find that thing? Oh, Maribeth is going to try to steal that from him so fast. Wow. Bowling with Brooks, love my identity. Only through 2 games, but it's awesome. Hey, there you go. Yeah, I haven't heard anything negative about the identity yet, which is kind of surprising with a bowling ball, with a Belmo ball. Like, usually about at this time is when people are like, yeah, this ball sucks. This ain't it, Chief. But nobody has said anything bad about the identity, which is kind of surprising. I'm okay with it. It's a little unfortunate that it's such a limited release, but I do really like the stupid hook ratings, the stupid PBA hook ratings. This ball hooks more than this. No, it doesn't. This one has an 8. This one has a 7. No, it doesn't. Ugh. I hate it. I'm not a salty old man. Yeah, so I'm really excited to see more of that identity. The low-key one that we missed a lot, though, is the Storm Typhoon. That is coming out very soon. I had one of our guys at our pro shop throwing it at the tournament today, and it looked awesome. Whoa. Simo just... That was interesting. Simo just threw at a baby split up the, like, 12 board. That was interesting. Have you guys ever seen that? Most people throw their baby splits, you know, cross lane, but Simo threw up the 12 board to pick up the baby. That is weird. That's a very odd way. There's no reason to do it that way. Mchune whacks it, but that's kind of interesting. I have not seen that in a hot minute. So we are watching the PBA Players Championship right now. Make sure you guys throw it on a TV or on your browser while you're watching this. We're going to give you some slightly different commentary than what Randy and other guy that I already forgot the name of, because they go through second people so often, give you different commentary from what those guys are giving you. So if you don't want to listen to Randy, you don't want to listen to other guy that I forgot the name of, hang out here, and then we're going to give you everything that we can. So we got Mchune throwing a shiny phase 2 right now, playing what, 19 to 8, and he just sent a helicopter messenger. These are twister pins. Holy cow, are these twister pins. So this is the first week this year that they're using synthetic pins and not wooden pins. So what that means is they're using what we call twister pins. Is it? Well, we don't know if it's twisters, I guess, but it is plastic pins compared to wood pins, which they usually fly around a little bit more. Hey, Yofo, what's going on? How you doing? Jack, I've seen Simo go at the 3-6-10 like that, but not the 3-10. Oh, interesting. So it's really weird. I should really watch more. Also, we have Battle of the Brand update. Motive is on top by 5,000 points to Storm. Brunswick is hanging into 3rd place. Global dropped down to 4th. Roto Grip is hanging on to 5th place by a hair from Hammer Bowling. Deviate and Ebonite are in dead last. Deviate and Ebonite are now going to be in last place for the year. Sucks to be them. And Simo throwing that exponent, whacking them. Let's see. Case, I want to buy the Identity, but I assume it would fit where my coil does. It does. It's going to fit right where that coil does, Case, so you probably don't need it. Yofo, I gave into the FOMO and got the Jackal. A lot of people did. You're not making a bad choice by any means. You're absolutely not making a bad choice. I think that's a good idea. I think that ball looks pretty good. I'm hoping there's a slight fever dream that I'm going to see that ball go down the lane a little bit more soon after release. Simo just switched to a different ball. I didn't see what it does. He went to a Hustle X-Ray. Oh, wow. Huh. So Simo switched over from a shinier 900 Global Exponent and then switched over to an X-Ray and didn't get close. And he misses the spare. He left a 3-4-6-7. He was able to get the 3-3-6-7 out of it, but wasn't able to get the 4-pin. Case, would it be a little more angular? Yes, it's going to be a bit more angular than your coil. It's going to hook in about the same part of the lane, just be a little more sideways. Yamaguchi, how similar is the Identity to the Equinox? So the Identity is just going to be a lot. Geez, that almost was a nutty strike from Mchune. He went through the face and should have left a 3-4 just like Simo, but instead was able to knock everything but the 10-pin out. The Identity is going to be a lot sharper. It's going to hook in about the same part of the lane. They're going to hook right around the same spot, but the Identity is just going to be a lot more angular when it starts to hook. So the Equinox is going to be a heck of a lot smoother. Mchune picks up his spare. 22 for 23 now on 10 pins for the week. That's awesome. He has a 32-pin lead over Simo right now. Simo's at 56 in the 4th. We are not seeing many strikes today on the telecast. It's not a very hyped telecast so far, but we'll see what we can get in the next couple of frames. Let's see. Here comes Mchune throwing again, the absolute rocket. Kevin Mchune probably has one of the hardest strike balls on tour. He throws it so hard with so many revs. It is absurd. He's been like this since like college. I know I heard he's a little bit younger than me, I think by like a year or two. And I remember hearing some things like once I was out of college, like, yeah, this Mchune, Eugene's kid throws it 1,000,000 miles an hour with 1,000,000 revs, and he still does. Yofo, I'm hoping to meet EJ and have him sign my Jackal. Hey, there you go. That'd be good. I don't know what he's going to really be doing in June is going to be the tough part. I don't know what he'll all be bowling or anything like that. Simo is crushing the right lane right now. Another strike on the right lane, and he hasn't done anything on the left lane. Yeah, no, I'll be going to Michigan at the end of May. It's going to be I think it's close to where Muskegon is. Muskegon, Michigan is, let's see, where is that? Oh, that's on the coast? I didn't know that. It is very close to Grand Rapids. I'll be in Grand Rapids at the end of May. But, that's pretty cool. All right. All right, here we go. We've got Simo coming up. He's throwing a Hustle X-Ray on the left lane. He has not struck on the left, but he struck a lot on the right. He got it out. And he leaves a 4-8. Now, that ball seems a little too weak. The X-Ray is shocking because it is stronger than what a lot of people know it to be, especially for a lot of these pros. Also, Simo's spare ball looks demolished. Absolutely fried. He must have sanded that thing at some point because it looks awful. But we are at our next commercial break. Simo is down by about 30 to Mchune. Let's see. Obeek, if you had an IQ AI, is a good ball down the Typhoon? Yes, that is the perfect ball down, is the Typhoon. So if you need to go from one weaker shiny to another, IQ AI into Typhoon. Otherwise, Road Warrior into Typhoon are good options. Let's see. I gotta send a text quick. Okay, sent that out. All right. Let's see. Don't have much for chat right now. And then we are here to answer any and all questions you guys have also. So not just here to watch the telecast, but if you guys have questions, please let me know. Any bowling questions. It's a nice little Saturday night stream. Probably not going to be as many people hanging out because people do stuff on Saturdays, unless you're me who's hanging here watching bowling and being able to commentate all over it. So Let's see. Trash Panda, I wish I liked pearls more. I do too, Panda. I don't throw pearls that often. I don't find many times that I need to throw pearls. A lot of the time I throw just a lot of solids. Effect 2 or phase 2. Low flare is a hybrid, but it acts like a solid. Mine is getting weird. And then today I tried throwing, I think it was by Zen 25. I was completely lost in my last game. I went 150, 140 to end the tournament and to knock myself out of cut. It was on the last year's open team pattern, which was brutal, 39 feet, 2-1, and it got gross. And I threw a Zen thinking I needed something to go a little longer than my Scorpion low flare, but with a little more kick down lane. And I 7-10 and barely got the 5 out. So yeah, that's my experience with Pearl Balls. It's great. Can you almost leave a lily? That's really what it came to. Evan Sample, you think the Black Widow 2 is sharp or smooth? Very smooth. Mine was smooth. However, when I drilled an old one for me, I had an old one, and when I drilled it for a friend, his was super angular. So it was kind of weird. It's supposed to be really smooth, but for him, the ball went absolutely sideways. Yofo, I consistently bowl about 40 points more in a high friction bowling alley as opposed to low friction. Is it poor fundamentals, my equipment, or my style? Mainly just your style. I'm guessing you are a little more speed dominant, so you like when they hook a little bit more, which is fine. I mean, that's how a lot of people are. You really have preferences, so that's all right. So now I think your goal should be, how do I get better on those low friction centers? How do I get better when there's more oil when my ball's not hooking as much? Try to minimize that gap a little bit. Panda on the left, I'd rather be throwing up the boards with a solid. And as a lefty, that's usually what you want to do. As a lefty, that fits perfectly. That is exactly what you want to be trying to do, is play a little bit straighter, because there just isn't as much transition over there. Evan, how do you feel about the Lethal Venom? I love the Lethal Venom. It's super smooth. It's a medium smooth bowling ball. It's like a asymmetrical phase 2 is how I'm seeing it right now. Very, very good ball to play straighter with, and then it's just going to be very forward once it starts hooking. So if you're somebody who spins the ball a lot, like your ball is rotating more sideways compared to front to back, then I think you're going to really like the Lethal Venom. Let's see. David, growing up, I never would have guessed that someday I would spend a Saturday evening watching someone I've never met watch bowling, yet here I am. And we love to have you here, David. We love to have you here. I would love to actually showcase these watch parties with the actual bowling on, because it's a little bit tougher when it's not, but this is unfortunately the best we can do right now. But I would love to actually have it on, like the PBA pre-shows that they do, but PBA wants everybody watching the show either on the app or on TV to try to boost those ratings, especially because it sounds like the Fox deal is going to be up and it might not get re-signed, which is kind of crazy. That's going to be really, really odd. Let's see. Stefan Silliman, what is going on? How you doing? Yamaguchi, do you know what Sean Rash was talking about in his post about integrity? I did see the post. It was like 2 posts, and he posted it everywhere. I think he posted it to his Twitter, posted it to his Facebook. Rumors are that Belmo was vaping at one point during qualifying, and that is what that he was upset about. Hey, Kenneth, thank you for the follow on TikTok. So that's what I was seeing, but I don't know. I have no idea what it actually was for. If it was for that, I think he overblew it a little bit. Like, I don't think it was really worth a full 2-page long post talking about how they integrity, and that the integrity of the sport is going away, or any of that garbage. But it was odd. I don't really know exactly. That's the rumor right now, is that Belmo was vaping, which I didn't know Belmo vaped at the end of the day. I mean, I'm Gen Z, so I don't care that much when people vape. It's more of a norm for my generation, but like, I don't know. Very interesting. And Mchune crushed the rack with this phase 2. Absolutely crushed the rack with phase 2. Let's see. Coda, I think instead of signing for TV, they can focus on YouTube and Twitch. Unfortunately, the numbers drop a lot if you do that. I would be okay with it. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I'll see. Yamaguchi seems a bit extreme, and Jordan, who cares? That's kind of where I was at. Again, we're not sure if this is actually the case. In Sean Rash fashion, like, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt in a lot of situations. But Sean Rash usually does this kind of thing where, in Sean Rash fashion, he calls people out and he calls things out, and he calls things out, and then he never actually mentions what it's about. Like, he just went through this long integrity post and then he just didn't say who or what. And I don't know if he'd get fined if he did that. I'm not really sure. Simo came up and struck again on the right lane. Simo has yet to miss on the right lane, but he is, yeah, he is not doing well in the left lane. He's going back to the exponent on the left lane. I'm guessing he's going to stay in the same, he's going to be going into the same spot that he tried that hustle x-ray in that came in light for the 4-8. Yep, he is. He gets it a little bit inside and then he whacks it. So Simo unfortunately tricked himself for the first couple frames, which is one of the suckiest things to do in bowling. Like, I think we've all been there where like you throw in shots and on one lane you throw something and it doesn't look good, or it wiggles, or it hooks too early, and you try all these different things and they don't work, and then you just go back and like do something super basic and then it works well. So I think that's what Simo just ran into. He tried a ball switch. He thought the lane was hooking a lot earlier. All he needed to do was go left. Oh my messenger. Oh, Mchune just sent an airmail messenger on the right lane. That is insane. Wow. Mchune is crushing these twister pins. Jesus. Let's see, where are we at? Panda, while learning the lethal venom yesterday, I was standing on 15, hitting the pins at over 17 miles an hour. Love that. Bowling with Brooks, I will hit you at in just a second. Phase 2, another. Yeah, I think McCune's gonna go 268 and knock out Simo. Let's see, Brooks. I doubt that you'll ever do that. Even Joe Rogan can't show the fight. So I never watched any of the Joe Rogan stuff. I didn't know where he was at for that. Like if he was actually showing the fights or not. But if he's not even able to show the fights, then I'm screwed. Yeah. If Joe Rogan can't, I very much cannot. We are not in the tens of thousands of viewers right now. So, yep, that fits. Darn. Unfortunate. I hate that TV runs the world. There's parts of me that don't like it. I'm team live stream. Jets fishing, Rash getting worked up. No way, I know, crazy, right? Yofo, Bowler X still has the EJ on the site. Seems like you can still order it. Not sure if that's true. Last I heard is that April 10th is the hard cutoff, and they were very, very strict about that. Motive was going to be very strict that April 10th is the cutoff. So I'm wondering if it's it's an error on Bowler X's part. So the one thing Motive is really, really good at, they very much stick to their word on those situations. So I don't think it's a ploy on their part at all. Bowling with Brooks, that didn't make much sense on the first sentence. No, you're good. Don't worry. I got what you meant, though, Brooks. I get it. Obeek, Rash shouldn't be talking since people who remember his younger days. He still is a jerk on tour. Yeah, he's a jerk when he bowls at the end of the day. Tom Doherty just had a fantastic message to him after one of their matches. But we had Kevin Mchune take out Simo. Mchune bones a 9-pin. But he ends up going 2 with a spare strike, 247. And Simo goes 194. Simo just couldn't figure out the left lane. He struck every time on the right lane, but that's the hard part with bowling scoring, is that you're not able, if you can't get both lanes going, then you're screwed. Very unfortunate. Spider Monkey, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Appreciate it. So very unfortunate. We have a lot of comments over on TikTok that we'll hit in just a second. It looks like McCune's going now to an attention star. Looks like he's moving 3 left with an attention star compared to where he was with the shiny phase 2. Let's see how this one looks. Yeah, he moved about 3, and oh my god, the twister pins are nuts. So plastic pins are one option. There's plastic pins and wood pins. Plastic pins fly all over the place. You get some crazy messengers. So we've got Tim Mack and Wesley Lowe as the reps right now. Next, we actually have a Brunswick staffer in Jason Sterner making the show next. It's not even Graham Fogg getting all their points for him. Jason Sterner with his first show is going to be coming up next. We are on a commercial break. I'm going to mute that so I don't go crazy. And then let's catch up on a couple of comments. Coda, numbers might go down, but they would skyrocket as well. I wish I was a little more in the talks on those situations. Like, the PBA is doing a really good job at trying to get more online presence. Like, they bring in Packy and Kevin Williams to do a pre-show sometimes for PBA, which is a good idea because they get like 400 to 500 viewers on that thing. I've never watched one, unfortunately. I've always forgot that they're on and I never really see them. So I don't know how well those are. But I wish they would do more with online. The PBA Tour social medias are doing fantastic. They are doing really, really well. Trying to go viral on TikTok and stuff is a great idea. I wish there were other ways, though. There should be some other ways that they can really reach out, reach over the aisle, and get some more online presence, because bowling's still stuck in the past. Trying to become more of a modern thing should really be what they go for. So I don't know. I'll be curious to see what they do after the Fox deal is up. Yamaguchi, I bowled on a pair next to Sean's dad. Old timer still got it. He's got to be pretty old at this point, because Sean's in his 40s, I think. Coda, I think they should also not focus on WWE fans and such. They should bring back celeb thing. Yeah, Chris Paul, I don't know what happened there. I think CP3 wanted to, but I mean, NBA stuff always gets in the way. I really think bowling, they tried banking on Mookie, and Mookie still bowls a lot of events, but he doesn't do the big celebrity things. There's got to be a way to pull some of those guys, because some of the most watched bowling clips are always those celebrity shootouts. Now, the problem is they make bowling look a little easy at times, because it's like, well, if Mookie can do it and he doesn't even bowl, it's got to be simple. But Mookie's one of the, arguably one of the greatest athletes in the United States at this point. Dude is absolutely nuts in everything he does. Like, watching him in other sports, he's insane. But yeah, I think the celeb thing would be a good idea to bring back. There's got to be something to bring in more viewers. And viewership's been up this year, which is good, but how do you bring in more people? I'm still a firm believer you need some kind of show on like Netflix or HBO, because I think NASCAR or not NASCAR, Formula One had that, and their views skyrocketed. Evan, Phase AI, Primal Evolution, or Hypervenom Pink in your balance. I like the Primal Evolution best in that list, but the Hypervenom's good too. I wasn't a fan of the Phase AI, but a lot of other people are. Beans, I was told girls run the world. Well, yeah, I mean, Queen Bee said it, so it's true. I agree. Jordan, Pat McAfee paid millions just for NFL clips, so live streaming any sporting event is out of the question, which is so sad. I wish there was an easier way. And that's a hard thing. Like, TV, you get so much money. This ad that's playing right now for something, I don't even know what this ad is for, man. I'm on the browser, but I have no idea what this ad is for. Oh, Gusto? Most loved payroll app? I don't even know what that is. They made thousands of bucks probably just on that, which is crazy. So I can't pay that. That's just on one. Beans, are they playing on strings again? No, they're not. They are using synthetic pins. So there's two kinds of pins. There's wood pins and synthetics. And wood pins are less durable, a little more old school, and you have to replace them a lot. Synthetic pins are plastic pins. They've been around for 10, 15, 20 years at this point at least, and they're much more durable. They get very slimy, so you have to clean them a little bit more to get the oil off of them, because oil just sits on them. But if they're in the right condition, they fly. You get crazy messengers off of those things. So it's super, they're sometimes very fun, but also sometimes just suck. Yofo, what's the most versatile layout for an attention star two-handed lefty? I'm really liking 5x5 by 3.5 right now for ASIMs for lefties. Jennifer Parisi, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. So I like 5x5 by 3, 5x5 by 3, or 5x5 by 4 for a two-handed layout for an attention star. David Jones, it's fun when they bring in a YouTuber on the broadcast. Agreed. I think there's a lot of people that'd be really good on the telecast. And my one thing that I'm noticing, I've been watching a lot more PBA shows this year than other years, partially because of the channel. We have videos where we talk about them, and I like to know what's going on in bowling too. What bowling balls are good, what bowling balls aren't. That's one of the biggest things, what we do here. And what I'm really noticing is the telecast hasn't changed in ever. Ever. It's still stepladder format. It's still top 5 seeds. It's still commercial breaks in the fifth frame, and then the championship show. They have no commercial breaks. Still the same things are mentioned. Still the same instant replays. It seems like it's the same show every week. So how do you change that? How do you make it memorable? How do you make it different? I don't really know what the play is there. I don't know what the option is. Beans, Mookie is an amazing bowler. He's incredible. He bowls a lot of the Arizona events. So there's a guy, I forget his name. I should know his name. He's a realtor. He puts on a couple really big events in the Arizona area, and Mookie has gone to those a couple of times. And one of the guys at our pro shop actually has gone out to eat with them and hung with and golfed with them and all that. And he's an incredible golfer, by the way. But yeah, he still bowls a lot of those events and does really well. He is fantastic. Oh, we got the pressing questions. Okay, the pressing the pressing questions is always fun. All right, we're gonna let's see. We had the Doherty said his favorite person to beat is Simo and Belmo. Cam Crow said Kyle Troop because he talked shit earlier. DJ Archer, you thought DJ. Okay, sorry, DJ. I don't like listening. I don't want to hear what you say. You just said Tommy Jones. Oh, here's Tommy. Let's see what he says. We're on pressing questions right now, which is one of my favorite formats. I think this was a cool idea. Now she's just going down the list of people. Oh, I think I've heard this one. Yeah, Bill says he's lost to everybody on tour at this point because he's been here so long or something. All right, let's keep going in comments before we get everything going. Let's see. We are at a Coda. Netflix would be a good idea. Stickman, is two-handed bowling more stress on the back? Yes, it is. Yeah, you need a lot more spine tilt. So absolutely, that is a. It's going to be a little bit harder on the back than one-handed bowling. Ken, I personally dislike string pins, girls in bikinis holding what frame it is, just like boxing. It bring in views, but for the wrong reasons. For the very much the wrong reasons. Yeah, string pins, that is the topic of the day. I have to make a video on that sooner rather than later with a little bit of research that I've done lately on it. Let's see, where are we at over on YouTube? Jack following around a couple players showing the ups and downs. Absolutely, because bowling on the PBA Tour is very unique. Very, very unique. Like, we've seen a lot of it with D Tang and Brad and Kyle, like a little bit of life on the road, but we don't see the true, like, life on the PBA Tour. We don't see a lot of the down times. We see in the bowling lanes the down times, and we don't see outside of that all the questions about, like, money and all of that stuff. Because PBA bowlers don't make much money. A lot of people make more money than PBA bowlers. Jordan, PBA should really try to get something going with the PGA or live since a lot of bowlers seem to golf. No, you're absolutely right. And a lot of golfers do bowl, just much more rare. So, yes, absolutely. Dave Schroeder, George Branham, Sean Rash, and Bill O'Neill made the Hall of Fame. Cool. But yes, I don't know why they've never done anything with golf. I'm guessing they've tried. The one good thing with bowling, the really big thing, is Tom Clark is really, really good at what he does. And he makes a lot of fantastic deals and tries to reach out to all these different people and works really well in that regard. He just doesn't have much power because the PBA doesn't have an absurd amount of money. So he isn't able to get a lot of that. Where Live, you know, they're swimming in money. So honestly, some of the a Saudi investment, a Saudi bowling league wouldn't be a bad idea. I was talking to some guys at work about that. They're big soccer fans, and they were talking about some of the new stadiums that are going up there, and they're insane. And just how they're getting the World Cup, I guess, almost back-to-back times is what they were saying. Like, the World Cup is supposed to go to every single continent, but in this current World Cup, or the World Cup after the US one, they're hitting 3 continents to be able to bring it back to Saudi or something like that. Something crazy. So that would be another thing that I think wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Harris, leave more splits with plastic on good shots. Yes, absolutely. You get a lot more pin action, but you also get a lot more flat hits. You get a lot more weird and flat hits. It's a little more inconsistent is what I've noticed. Where if you have a really good look, you're going to carry the world. Like, the best I've done at a tournament was on twisters because I was getting messengers for days. I'm like, my ball motion was so good. Ironically, with an idle Helios, which that ball was terrible every other time I threw it. But with that ball, I was crushing them. But then going back to that building and not having the same ball reaction, it's terrible. Panda, my favorite layout is 45 by 4.5 by 65. Yeah, pretty calm layout, which is a good play. Stronger pin, which is good. Hey, Black Star Peas, what's going on? Yofo, the Hammer Effect is on sale. Ooh, interesting. I don't think that ball will be going away hopefully soon. The effect tour is going to be way different. So if you like your effect, I'd recommend getting another one. Otherwise, the effect tour is basically a different bowling ball altogether. The different core cover. It shouldn't really have the word effect on it. I think they did it to garner a couple sales. The core is way different. The cover isn't even close. They're not in the same line at all. Mason, especially 4-9s, absolutely. 100% with 4-9s too. Coda, 2 hands, I've noticed more of my right muscle for my arm. Yeah, your forearm gets hurt a little bit more because you have really nothing holding that weight, and it's much easier to hurt yourself with that compared to it's much easier to hurt yourself with 2-handed compared to 1-handed. Now, if you do it right, you get into the Belmonte boat where you don't get hurt. Belmo's barely ever hurt because his form is so good. However, look at Anthony Simonson right now with a back injury. A lot of 2-handers, or Chris Vi earlier in the year had another injury. A lot of 2-handers get hurt more easily than 1-handers. Tokyo, I want to play backup. Should I lay out my ball left-handed? It's going to depend on where your ball roll is. But yes, generally you are going to lay it out left-handed if you are throwing a backup ball. Bowling with Brooks on the Motive site, compare tool has a length, back end, and hook. I'm going to check that out quick. Let's see. I'm going to put this screen over here. Let's check out the Motive site quick. Let's do this. Let's go through a learning exercise. Mason Clark. You have to hit more light in the pocket to actually... Yeah, you don't want to hit high flush. I notice a lot more 9 pins too. It seems like pins go around the 9 pin a little bit more. So there is a compare tool. Bowling ball comparison tool. Oh, look at that. That is interesting. So what are you seeing? You're seeing 50, 70, 76. So you're seeing that with, I'm guessing, the Sub-Zero. Oh, this is a super cool tool. What's the Jackal go? 65, 75, 76. Crimson, 76, 89. Wow. This tool is awesome. Oh, I didn't know this was here. We're making a video on this guy. Oh my God, this is the greatest tool I've ever seen. I need this in my life. If you guys didn't know, Motive has a comparison tool that I didn't know existed. And it is incredible. This thing is awesome. Oh my God. Let's see. 50 is going to be super early for length. Is what I'm seeing. 70 for back end is super smooth, and then 76 for hook is a little over middle of the road. So like looking at the Onyx has a 70 back end. The EJ has a 78. What's something super smooth? Like what's the Pride Liberty have? 68 back end? That's interesting, huh? I'll have to check that out. That's kind of cool. Thank you. Thank you, Brooks. Appreciate that. Maribeth, what's going on? Meow. How you doing? We're watching the PBA show. So if you guys are new here, if you're just jumping in, we are watching the PBA Players Championship, the preliminary qualifiers. Wow. We have Jason Sterner versus Kevin McCune, the second to last match of the day. We have this match, and then we have the Belmo match. The final boss is Belmo for this show. So we're going to see Jason Sterner throwing a stealth mode, it looks like. A shiny stealth mode at that. No, it's a GB5. Just kidding. It's a shinier Game Breaker 5, which is the only ball Brunswick staffers throw nowadays are Game Breakers and stealth modes. It's kind of crazy. Stelmo and Sterner is yucking it. He is throwing it harder than I've ever seen Sterner throw it against McCune, who throws it 80 miles an hour faster. David, speaking of sales, picked up the Hazmat Solid for 109. Yes, so David, yeah, we had a video saying that ball got discontinued probably about a month or two ago at this point, along with like 16 other Brunswick balls at the time. Kyle Miller, is it on Fox? Yes, it is on Fox Sports 1, FS1. So it's not on Big Fox. It's not on original Fox. So go check out FS1 if you want to watch it. Maribeth, the NCAA Championship is on tonight. What's that on, Maribeth? Is that on CBS Sports? We might just double up and watch that right after. They better not have the show at the same time. ESP. Oh, can I watch it? What time is it on? We might switch over to that right after. Let's see, where are we at over here? Mason, we hot that one. James, I've got a Summit Radical Hitter. Let's watch Kevin throw a shot. He's still throwing a shiny phase 2. He actually left a 10 pin. Wow. He didn't have a messenger come over. Radical Hitter, Violent Collision, and a Summit. If I got the Hysteria due to significant peer pressure, I don't know what you're talking about. I was no part of that. Does it fit in or replace these? It is going to be just right after the Violent Collision. It's going to be right after that violent collision. So, yes, it would still fit. Kyle, I'm really tempted to pick up an extra hazmat solid for later. The price is so good. It is very hard to get a ball for $110. You don't find that often. So I don't think it's a bad idea at the end of the day. It is a really good bowling ball. It got really overlooked though, which is kind of sad. As we're seeing, the Game Breaker 5 is loved on tour, and the stealth mode is also loved. Sterner's playing it like a long pattern right now, 16-8 at the break, which is kind of crazy. Oh, we get some Bowl TV highlights. Sterner shot Bills. Not shocking. I wish we could see more of the Bowl TV highlights. I'd love if they had an actual camera going around to get 4K quality videos, just to see like what bowling balls are thrown, how are people playing it, what were some of the matches. Instead, we get like the super pixelated and blurry like quick highlights of it, which is kind of unfortunate. Let's keep going. Panda, Kevin averaging 240 right now is crazy. Oh, it's so dumb. Like, I can't average 240 on house, let alone at a TBA show. And Sterner with the Brooklyn, baby. And Sterner gets a 3-bagger with a Brooklyn. Love to see it. Jack, Stealth Mode, GB5, Black Widow Mania look way too similar. Oh, the colorways are identical. Colorways are identical. And yeah, God, that phase 2 is so shiny. Mchune must have put 4K and then just Power Edge on it. Yeesh. That's in. And he does not get the Brooklyn hit. And there were no comments made about Brooklyn hits from Mchune. Ooh, you never know with bowlers. Let's see. Craig Goodwin, thank you for the follow. Yofo, I bowled two-handed. A staffer saw me throwing one-handed once, and my one-handed form is phenomenal. Should I switch? I'm finding it better at two, but it's a struggle. I would recommend just keeping both open. I like trying both of them out, trying to get good at both, see which one you like better, and then make a decision a little bit later. Christine McCune is here. Eugene did not make it. Jordan, my pro shop has a magic gem still. Thinking about getting it if the price is right, as my dull strong ball. So I like my hyperdrive is a bit shiny. Yeah, it's gonna be smoother than the hyperdrive in my opinion. That magic gem was good. It was basically just a gem. Oh, McCune with a 2-8-10 in the fourth. He's finding some carry down. Uh-oh. Why is there that much carry down though? Simo? Simo throwing an exponent? Throwing something that doesn't flare much would be my guess. But that was weird. He threw a really good shot. It just wiggled an extra foot. Interesting. Beans, hysteria for a two-hander? Yes, 100%. God, he threw that hard. 100% hysteria for a two-hander will be a great ball. If so, what complements it for an arsenal? You're going to want some smooth balls to go with it. So if you want to stick with Motive, Venom Shock will pair well with it. Otherwise, like a Pride Liberty also could. Foggy, did you pick up the Identify? I did not. Or Identity? I did not. I did not end up grabbing one. The one that came in for me was cracked, so I think we had to get a new one. I don't know if we were able to grab one, but that was going to be the one for me, so I ended up not grabbing it, unfortunately. And Sterner crosses over, but leaves a 3-6-10. All right, let's check up over here. Coda, Belmo barely has tilt compared to a lot of the people that bowl. Yeah, he has very little axis tilt. Very, very little, which is how he's able to get his ball to read so early. His ball he has a super heavy roll. Let's see. I heard 8. Let me check quick. Let's watch Sterner pick up this. Actually, we'll just move Sterner over here. And let's see. NCAA National Championship Bowling. I am seeing the championship will be determined by best of 7, April 11th and 12th. How to watch live streaming on ncaa.com and ESPN Plus. Yeah, but what time? Can you tell me a time? We have, it's at Suncoast. Cool. Championship. Oh my God. Does that say 9 p.m.? Yeah, 9 p.m. what? It's Jacksonville versus Youngstown. What did... Oh, Sterner's still throwing that game breaker. What, why doesn't it tell me EST or PST or anything? Why would you do this to me? It says 8 p.m., I think, so I think we're good. No, I'm not watching on ESPN Plus. Now watch on NCAA. Okay, so 8 p.m. I think is what I'm seeing. Awesome. That's pretty cool. Sterner looks like he is very much in control of this match, by the way. Coda, let's see. Oh, Kevin McCune with a 5 count. That is the, let's see if I can get this right. The 3, 4, 6, 7, 9? 3, 4, 6, 7, 9. He got the 10 out to not get a 4 count. Coda, can you make a video on CTD products for an unbiased opinion? Ooh. That would be interesting. There are like no unbiased opinions on the internet of those things because everybody seems to be a staffer for CTD, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I can give right now, just as a quick sneak peek, their True Cut pads are awesome. They're super, super gritty. They stay together really well. Don't let any water get on them because they disintegrate. That's what happened to mine. I used them and I used water on them and I put them in a bag and then they disintegrated. So don't do that. They are a little bit pricier, but they do stay together. They do hold their form better than Abralon, and McCune gave up. Yeah, McCune very much just gave up. Okay. It's only the 6th frame and he gave up. That's kind of sad. Their other products, their turtle wax polish is awful. I do not like it at all. It makes your ball insanely shiny. Life After Death is really, really good. But yeah, I hate their polish. It makes the ball just never hook. I tried it on my Phase AI and the ball went 75 feet before it hooked. So not really worth it there. The rest of the products seem good. They are a little pricier, but they try to be a little more premium. So I think they're overall good. They are overall one of the better bowling brands. C. Harris, that looks like Twisters to me. Oh, yeah, it's Twisters. It is Twister pins. We love a good Twister pin. Apex, what would the main difference be between the Max Thrill Hybrid and the IQ AI? Ooh, good question. The Max Thrill, in my opinion, is going to be smoother by a lot, but it's going to hook in about the same part of the lane. So it's going to be, and then what I'm noticing is that the Max Thrill is going to be really good from straighter, where the IQ AI with polish on it is going to be good from deeper. But if you take the polish off the IQ AI, it's actually pretty smooth. So it really depends on what kind of surface you want on that guy, where the Max Thrill seems to just be consistent no matter what surface is on it. I should have mine coming this week, by the way, so I'll have some videos on the Max Thrill Hybrid soon. I ended up purchasing one myself because I still don't get free bowling balls from anybody. Nobody wants ZVL bowling reviews, which is okay. Kyle Miller, I've got a Hazmat Solid and a Mania, and I can't decide on a transition ball. Looking at Zen 25 or AI. I would go IQ AI between the two. The Zen 25 I'm noticing is stronger and stronger the more I throw it, so I would recommend the AI. David, so you can use the polish to turn any ball into a spare ball? Kind of. That's what I'm seeing it as. It's just so shiny that if you want actual reaction out of it, I wouldn't use it. But otherwise, yeah, you can turn a lot of things into balls that'll hook very late. Mason, on the show, they're using Max Life pins. What is a Max Life pin? Max Life Synthetics. Yeah, it's pretty much Twister, right? Yeah, available for... How much are they? Oh, you can't see a price on here. Because the shape remains true, expect the same pin action. Not exactly. Yeah, they're just supposed to never die versus Twister pins. Max Life and Twister are synthetic. Max Life are newer, fully synthetic, while Twister, yeah, they are basically identical. Some bowlers say Max Life may deflect the ball more at weaker angles. Yeah, very little difference is what I'm seeing. Okay, yeah, so they're just another version of plastic. Let's see. Trash Panda, that Max Thrill Hybrid looks like it hooks. Dude, the amount it was used this week on the Players' Championship for the tournament was insane. That ball was thrown all over the place. Every Motive staffer was throwing the Max Thrill Hybrid in every clip I saw, which is crazy. And Motive doesn't ask their players to throw a ball. So, fun thing in the past, in like the early to mid 2010s, there was a rumor going around that Brunswick forced their players to only throw, like, backtrack. So, you know, everybody's on staff with one company, right? Like, You have a Brunswick staff, or like, let's go Kevin McCune, who's on the show right now. He's a Rotogrip staffer, but he can throw Storm, Roto, or 900 Global. Back in the day, back in the early 2010s, if you were, say, on the Brunswick brand of things before they picked up Ebonite, if you were a Brunswick staffer, you could only throw Brunswick balls. Brunswick forced you to only throw the Brunswick balls. They didn't want you throwing Radical or Deviate, which was crazy. So you saw Sean Rash at the time. He was with Brunswick. He was crushing them, but he'd get crushed on the TV show because he was throwing like a Deviate ball all week and then had to switch over to a Brunswick ball for the show, which that was a little bit of a rumor going around. Not sure on the truth of it, but that is what I was hearing at the time, which sounds more true than not. Kind of crazy. Let's see. Apex, what would the main difference be? We hit that. I want to get the Max Thrill Hybrid, but the IQ AI would get here before it for a tournament. In that case, you might want to grab that. If you want something a little sharper, go with that. Stefan just picked up an Arctic Vibe, adding it to the bottom of the bag. Vibo, Hazmat, Ethos, and Arctic. I like that a lot. Mason Clark, they also have Blaster plastic pins. What is a Blaster plastic pin? That is such a cool name for a pin. Not sure why that needs so many different plastic pin brands. Probably trying to just mimic what wood does without dying so quick. And they really haven't been able to do it. Twister pins never die, really, but they do get really grimy and slimy, and they do cause you to have to clean your machines more, which is a big issue. They can break your machines a little quicker because they get oil all over the place, where wood lanes don't have that oil stay on them. Unlucky B, what's going on? I'm a two-hander that's a full roller. My pap is 5 inches. I can't play past 5th arrow with either of my balls. They just hit the head pin and deflect off. Yes, that is 100% a layout issue if you're not using, or it's a bowling ball issue if you're not using a very weak bowling ball. So you either need weaker bowling balls or a different layout. Foggy, how does the identity look? The identity looks really good. I haven't heard a negative thing about it yet, which is kind of surprising. Usually at this point, you'll hear a few bad things about a bowling ball, but I haven't heard any so far. And there's Sterner with that 2-8-10 in the 6th frame. 2-8-10. That's wild. And that 2-8-10 was wild. Imagine a perfect pocket and an 8-10 split. That's always fun. Yamaguchi, what would be a good replacement for the Optimum Idol Solid? Sublime Focus and Phase 2 are your only options from Storm. Gamebreaker 5 is going to be the closest ball to it from a different company, though. All right, let's see. Sterner quick. Trying to hook it with the GB5. And gets 2 out of it. I think Sterner still has the match in hand right now. The way it looks. Yeah, he's up by 35. That's kind of crazy that he's still up by that much. Josh Solomon. I don't know what Sterner's talking about here, or what Kimberly's talking about. Yamaguchi, how do you feel about the Rockstar compared to the Idol? The Rockstar is going to be later and sharper than the Idol, so it does work, but it's not a perfect one-to-one replacement by any means. It's close, though. All right, here comes Sterner in the 7th frame. 35-pin lead right now. Does not throw it very good, and he ends up leaving a baby split. That's unfortunate. Foggy, is Belmo and Dino still in it? Belmo's, so the top 5 are Belmo and Simo. No, Simo is out. Simo got knocked out by Kevin McCune. We currently have Jason Sterner versus Kevin McCune. Winner of this goes against Belmonte. Winner of that match is the 5 seed for tomorrow's TV show. I believe the show is at 2 o'clock or at noon. I don't remember which. Here comes Sterner trying to pick up the baby split, and he gets 1 out of it. McCune has a chance. Back-to-back opens for Sterner here, back-to-back splits. Here comes McCune with 90 in the 6th. He can get up to 120 in the 7th. He could be down by 14 if he doubles here. Down by 14 if he can have a good look. Sterner just threw a couple bad shots, it looked like. Seemed like his ball reaction was still there, though. It seemed like his ball reaction was still fine. Good enough, at least, for how it is right now. Here comes McCune throwing it 1,000 miles an hour. Gets his ball to face up perfectly. And 10 back with a shiny phase 2. We have a shiny phase 2 versus a shiny Gamebreaker 5. 2 of the GOAT balls in the lineups for Brunswick and Storm right now. Can anybody strike on the left lane seems to be the question right now. That seems to be the big issue. Ooh, we get a Tim Mack interview. He got to say. Nope. The mic is not working. Thanks, broadcasting crew. All right, here we go with Mchune. It lays there, and he 4-pins. That was a big shot. He needed that 4 to fall. Oof. So Mchune is now going to be at 110 in the 7th with a 24-pin deficit to Sterner. Sterner can strike in the 8th and 9th and pretty much win the match. All right, Stefan, why Rash was forced to throw a Brunswick ball in the show back in the day was because then there used to be incentives to throw specific balls. Oh, that is what it was. You're right. You're right. Yeah, there was incentives if you threw a new ball on the show and did well with it. You were able to get extra money, which was so unfortunate because, like, you should try to win, but, like, trying to use a specific ball, you don't do as well. That's interesting. Yofo, do you think the identity is better than the EJ? Seems like the identity sold out immediately. So I don't think that's going to be I don't think there's going to be an art. I mean, everyone's going to argue like which is better, but I think they fit such different spots that neither will be. And they each tried different ideas with sales. Here comes Sterner. He pulls it again and goes 3-6-10. 3-6-10 in the 8th. He needs to spare, and he's still got a good chance to win, but I don't know if this look is going to beat Belmonte. But the EJ, the difference is the EJ was never going to sell out. They were getting just pre-order numbers, and then they're going to make only that many, where the Belmo ball, they only made a certain amount and said, this is all you get. I wanted to call out their bluff for a second that they're going to make more of them, but they aren't. I did get confirmation that they are done making the identity. So the ones out in the wild right now, that's all that's left, which is absolutely wild to me. It seems like the EJ is selling really well, but I have no numbers. I have 0 numbers to be able to back up anything. But yes, the identity sold out instantly. And then the EJ seems to be doing really well. So I think they're both going well. The issue is it's going to cause more companies to want to do FOMO releases, want to do the limited releases and try to sell out bowling balls, because this is so much easier for a bowling ball company. Like, you guys don't know how a bowling ball is made. It comes down, Sterner did end up making the spare, so he's going to the 9th frame right now with a 24-pin lead. You just have like a press, like a basically an industrial line of just pouring the bowling ball and doing all that jazz, right? If you can just make like 1,000 of them, and then you change up the core, because you have to pour every single core, and that's a mold. So if they can just get rid of that mold then altogether and go to something different, that's so much easier for them, because they know they're going to sell all of them that they make. Sterner is all over the place right now. He just went 2-4-8. He now is down to a 21-pin lead. And he needs, this is not an easy spare. Not an easy spare at all. So I think you're going to see more companies doing this is going to be the issue. Let's see. We are at Unlucky B. I have a Rotogrip Duo, a Hyper Venom. What would you suggest me adding? I'd recommend a solid ball. A smoother solid ball, like a Summit Ascent or like a Venom Shock will do well. And Sterner, can he spare it? He barely spares it. Barely spares it. Let's see. Justin, 1-2 punch for house shot. Lefty, 14 miles an hour, rev dominant. You're going to want some smoother equipment, like an IQ Tour and maybe a... Honestly, maybe an IQ AI wouldn't be bad. IQ 2 or IQ AI. Unlucky B, and would prefer something from Motive. Then I'd go Venom Shock B. Stefan, Bowlersmart has 12-pound identities. Hey, if you want if you want something for the wall, Mchune throws a rocket for 10 back. He is down by 21. He can bring it down to 11. So we're in the 10th frame now. If Mchune, oh, they get rid of the score. God, he knew he was getting that one. He crushed that thing. Wow. All right. If Mchune strikes out, he's at 190. That means Sterner needs strike spare to win by 1. If Sterner, he's going to force Sterner to get the first strike, actually. If he strikes out. Good shot. And he gets 10 back. We're going to have a fun finish to a match finally. It's not over immediately. Apex, I saw a lot of bowlers start using the identity. Yeah, a lot of people really like it right now. I've been seeing a lot of them all over the place. Now, there was somebody throwing it today at my tournament on the 39-foot virtually flat USB-C team pattern from last year. Don't throw it there. It's not a ball for a fresh flat. It is a ball for the transition, or it's a ball for a house shot. Randy, what does filling 20 mean? Don't say. Randy says, well, then Sterner needs to fill 20 in the 10th. But, like, what does that mean? tell us bowlers who don't know much. Here comes Mchune, though, stepping up in the 10th. He needs all 3 strikes to force Sterner to strike in the 10th to win. Mchune throwing it a billion, throws it really well. Oh, he lets people know it. And he takes his second re-rack in the 10th. Huh. He sent a crazy messenger, second shot in the 10th. This reaction was good. That reaction was really good. He is going to force Sterner to have all 3 in the 10th. Stefan, my PSO said he had 10 EJ pre-orders. That's a pretty okay amount, honestly. There are less bowling balls sold than everybody would think out there. Juan, how to be featured in your Arsenal review videos. Juan, what you need to do is shoot me an email. I have that link in all of my bios, and then send me your Arsenal along with what kind of bowler you are and what you bowl on. So are you rev dominant, speed dominant? Do you bowl on house shots? Do you bowl on sport shots? Things like that. Mchune needs this 3rd one. He gets the 3rd one. Oh, he really brushed shoulders with Sterner on that. That got a little close. What did he say? I heard a come on at the end. Mchune strikes out in the 10th. He forces Sterner to strike here. Needs strike and a spare to win by 1. If he doesn't strike, it needs to be a 9 spare strike to win. If he goes 7 or 8 on this first ball, it's over. Phase 2 is the go. And Sterner throws it hard. He threw it too hard and leaves an 8 count. Mchune against Belmonte in the final match of the day. What a finish. That finish was wild. Mchune lived. Wow, he should not have won that. He should not have won that at all. Let's see, Josh, I bet they make an identity in another colorway. Oh, guaranteed they do. Yeah, they'll make like a solid version or something. I guarantee every single Belmo ball going forward is going to be a limited release. They will never do a full-size Belmo ball again. What a collapse. Yeah. Yeah. Sterner could not find the pocket. His Game Breaker 5 look went away, vanished. And I think that GB5 is way too smooth. Because it didn't look good in the first couple shots. It looked okay. But Nick Pate tried it too, and it never made the corner. It was just a little too smooth. It was ball reaction that was going to get you to 210. It wasn't ball reaction that's going to get you to, it's not ball reaction that's going to get you to 240. But low scoring match, 190 to 189. Mchune ended up winning it. They're showing the Mchune highlight again. I got to hear what he said. Let's see. No, let's hear what he said. Oh, come on. No, give us the audio, PBA. I want to hear what Mchune said. Darn. All right, we have an interview with Mchune. We're going to mute that now. Let's see. We have Ken. If he bowls like that versus Belmo, he's cooked. Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Get really forward with it. Oh, interesting. He's trying to keep calm as he just let Sterner have it. Would you guys like to see more trash talk on a PBA show? Would you guys like to see a little more trash talk? Like, not like WWE style trash talk, but just like a little bit more like if Mchune would have stared down Sterner at that point. I feel like that would have been kind of dope. Let's see, Coda, we have to do the email for the Arsenal review. So I will, kind of what I've been doing, Coda, is during live streams or if you DM or something, I'll give you the best idea I can over text or a quick answer. But to be featured in one of the Arsenal review videos that we do on YouTube, then I recommend doing an email. That's the only way I accept them because I have gotten a million Arsenals and I'm way behind. So that's the easiest way to do it. Let's see, Yofo, I wanted to buy the identity, but the colors weren't for me. I wish I could have gotten over it. So the colors were very different. The colors were very, very different than I expected on that. So on the website, they looked very dull and odd, but then you got it and it was bright and actually looked pretty good. I know a lot of people didn't like that green and blue together, but it did look much better than I expected. Ken, I have my TV muted and listening to your live stream. You're like 5 seconds. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the one issue with these is getting ahead or behind. And since I'm just watching it live on FS1, I don't know the actual timestamp or anything. So apologies that I thought I'd be a little behind, honestly, being on the online version. But I'll try to delay my reactions just a couple extra seconds. Coda, trash talk, make it fun like CB and Angelo did when they threw Brooklyn. Yeah, see, those things, those kinds of things I think really propel it, having that little bit of trash talk. Because if you guys bowl some amateur events, you're going to sometimes notice some really good trash talk going on, or just the subtle things that happen. I think bowling could really do well being one of those trash talky sports. So I'm an esports fan. I was a video game kid growing up, still am. And one of the things that esports really have is a lot of trash talk. A lot of trash talk. What Call of Duty has done now is when they're doing an actual in-person event, they'll have everybody facing each other with just like everyone facing into the middle with just their monitors. So you'll have people after the match standing up and trash talking, and then everyone loves it. They adore the trash talk. So I feel like bowling, like, I get it, gentleman's sport, and you don't want to be promoting trash talk, but like, it's for good. It would make good TV. Ken, keep doing what you're doing. Got it. Sounds good. Yamaguchi, Hammerhead versus the Outfilm. The Hammerhead's going to be a little bit weaker. A little bit sharper is what I'm seeing a lot more. Bowling with Brooks. The color in person is so good. Yeah, it's so much brighter than what I thought. And the colors actually match better. Yeah, it's beautiful in person. Shines bright. It does. It's very surprising at how good it looks in person compared to not. Coda, trash talk makes sports fun. Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's what people love to see. There we go. Okay. I've been live for an hour and a half, and TikTok let me know it. Cool. Thanks, TikTok. Yeah, I'm a big fan of trash talk. I'm a sucker for trash talk. I don't do it much personally. I'm more of a subtle like trash talker, like subtle things that I do. Like there was a match last year I was in where a guy was complaining about a Brooklyn the entire match, so I let him have it in different ways. It was great. Yamaguchi, Hazmat and GB5 are both discontinued. No, the GB5 is not discontinued. It is just very cheap online. It's like 135 bucks. The Hazmat is not. The Hazmat is discontinued. The GB5 is not. Ken, I was shocked to see 2-8-10 splits in that match. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think Sterner's was a really bad shot, but Kevin's, I think he ran into some carry down lane that Simo ran into in the previous match. And here we go. We have a flashback of Belmo winning the Players' Championship, as he does. Coda. So the one pro that bowls in my area, I love trash talking to him. I bowled my first 700 against him, beat him by 8. And league trash talk is even more fun because it's usually like not serious. Serious trash talk is fun for a TV show. Not serious trash talk is really fun for like leagues and stuff. That's always entertaining. All right. We have Belmo. He has a really good look. Belmo's jerseys are fire, by the way. I love Belmonte's jersey designs. We're going to be making a video soon about jersey designs. I just got one from the Maribeth Baker line on EFX. Go check that out, by the way. And I wore it today, and it looks beautiful. Hey, Case, welcome back. But I got to make a video about jerseys. There are some really good jersey designs, and there's some really bad jersey designs. What is Belmo throwing right now? He's not throwing an identity. What is it? I couldn't see what that was. All right, let's see. Belmo is starting. Case just bought a jersey from EFX. EFX is honestly my favorite place to buy a jersey right now. They've been really good, and I'm very tall and lanky, so I always go like a large size and then add inches on the bottom, so they're a lot more customizable. I should have actually grabbed it. I should have actually grabbed my jersey. It looks gorgeous. Coda, let's see. Every time we trash talk to each other, and the one day he says that's how you throw a strike. I love that. I love that. All right, Belmo versus Mchune. Belmo is leading us off. Bought one of Darren's old jerseys. Darren is also amazing with jersey designs. His designs are so good. He has really good taste. Is he throwing a Typhoon? We have a Typhoon on TV. Let's go. I think the Typhoon is going to be really good. I am a firm believer that Typhoon is going to be a phenomenal bowling ball, and it's going to be very unique for all of the brands. which I'm super excited about. We have Belmo throwing a Typhoon. Mchune probably still throwing that shiny P2. He's chucking it. Belmo's throwing it hard, and he is crushing pins. Wow. The Lightning Blue Lobster is what I bought. I'll have to check that one out. Let's see. Lightning Blue Lobster. I love that name. Lightning Blue Lobster jersey. There it is. Oh, that one is really good. That is a beautiful jersey. Good call, Case. That thing is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So we are watching the PBA Players Championship right now. This is the PBA telecast that's on FS1. We unfortunately cannot show you it because Fox Sports lawyers would be after me and hunt me down. So we are commentating everything we can about the event. We are in the final match. We have Jason Belmonte, greatest bowler in the world. Not at this moment, but of the last 10, 15 years. And then we have Kevin Mchune, who is, Kevin is throwing a shiny phase 2 from Storm. Belmonte is throwing a unreleased Storm Typhoon, which releases in a week and a half, I believe. It's at the end of April. That ball probably is going to skyrocket in pre-orders after this. After that first shot, that thing looked beautiful. So here comes Mchune just strapping on it with a shiny phase 2. He is ripping the holes out of that phase 2 right now. He is crushing them. Case, buying one for PBA events, one for non-PBA events. Oh, nice. Throw the logo on one. Good call, good call. Yofo, there have been nights where I had better pin carry going Brooklyn. When that happens, I don't adjust. Hey, that's fair. One of my events when I was earlier into bowling, I shot like 260. I had 9 Brooklyns. It was great. It was the best 260 I've ever shot, and I missed a spare in there. And Typhoon leaves a light 10. That thing didn't hook. That was weird. So the Typhoon is super weak, by the way, compared to the phase 2. Phase 2 is super strong, massive core, massive cover. The Typhoon is weak core, weak cover. That's like Electrify level. And it just never made the corner. Messenger got slapped away by a 4-pin. That's kind of sad. He's a father of 4 now? Wow. Almost got lots of kids. He actually is throwing his spare shots slower than his strike shots, which is kind of entertaining. So for excited to see the Typhoon, I want to see the Typhoon a little bit more. I want to see the Typhoon more in action. Like I said earlier, one guy that works at a pro shop drilled his up, and he said it looked phenomenal today. He said it's like a slightly earlier High Road Pearl. Same exact motion as the OG High Road Pearl, just a little bit earlier. So it's going to be later than the Road Warrior, which is perfect. I mean, that's exactly what Storm needed. They needed that weaker bowling ball that stays in the line for a long time. Oh my God, that Messenger would have been stupid. Case, my Fox is acting odd, won't let me watch for whatever reason. It does that to me all the time. Like, I'm terrible. I mooch off of my parents' TV plan to watch this. They have actual cable TV. I don't. I've never bought cable before. I've never purchased cable. But I use theirs to be able to watch online Fox Sports. So, yeah, that's what I do. But sometimes it gets super funky and doesn't let me. I don't know why. Their app should be really good. Fox is a very large brand, but sometimes it sucks. Sometimes it is not great. So Belmo goes strike 10-pin, 10-pin. Both of them were soft 10s, flat 10s. So I'm guessing he's going to do just a tiny hand position change to try to get the ball to roll up a little bit sooner. Hey, Cryptic, thank you for the heart me over on TikTok. Appreciate it. Here comes Mchune. He gets it a little bit in, but he throws it hard enough where the ball never hooks, and he crushes it. And back. Mchune has a lead by 11 now. If Mchune can run this ladder, that would be absurd. Kevin is just strapping on the ball right now. He puts so much hand in it. It's so dumb. It is so crazy how much hand he has in the ball. Rev rate matters, ladies and gentlemen. Rev rate matters. All right, let's see what McCune's left shot can do. He gets it a little bit in. 10 back. 10 back. Spare turkey for Mchune. Belmonte goes strike 10-pin, 10-pin. We're going to see if Belmonte can come back in the next 2 shots. Yeah, he is. McCune just took the lane out of play at this point. He's playing it like a long pattern. His break point is like 8.5. Belmonte's trying to loop the lane a little bit more. McCune's just strapping on it. Let's see what Belmo can do here. Lofting a little bit is his answer. Didn't work. Flat 10. Uh-oh. That ball might be a little too weak for this situation. That's not great. He has a new Belmo ball, by the way. It's an all black with a gold logo. That's kind of cool. Ken, what web rate do you think he has with all that hand? What web rate? What's a web rate? Oh, rev rate? Oh, rev rate. Yeah. On the show, it's saying 500 is what I'm seeing. So I bet that's about right. He has about as much hand as EJ. Belmo missed. I think he has as much hand as EJ, maybe a little bit less because EJ is a little more fluid with his form. So we are at, oh, it has PBA playoff points. That's cool. And shockingly, that EJ Tackett guy is in the lead by 1 trillion points. Huh. EJ, Andrew Anderson, Graham Fa, Chris Vi, Belmo, Tim Foy, Kyle Troop, Simo, Buttruff, and Ogle. Buttruff low-key is having a good year. Color, what's going on? What is up? We are watching a PBA telecast right now, but we can't show it because otherwise Fox lawyers will attack me. Ian, what's going on TikTok? Harris, all these new balls in the Phase 2 is available. The Phase 2 is still the GOAT. Phase 2 is still the greatest ball ever made. I will die on that hill. I will always, always die on that hill. Can Belmonte get a 10 pin out? The answer is no. He goes 4-6. Oh, that sucks. That's not great. Ken is a big BJ Moore fan. Moore is, I think he's had an okay year. He just hasn't made a telecast. Let's see. Case, as of recent, I've been trying to throw better and get more revs. Rev rate around 400. If I move my hand, it's close to 5. That's insane. That's a lot. And gets the 4 pin on the 4-6. Christopher Jones, my power just went out. It's raining bad in New York. Oh, really? Huh. I didn't hear of many storms today. That's not fun. I'm sorry for that. Jack, what is the tournament that takes the last 2-year points? That was the PBA Tour Finals. That's the PBA Tour Finals that takes the last 2 years. But then you have the PBA Playoffs, which is just this season. And Mchune has the freest swing imaginable right now. Oh my God. Yeah, I think Kevin's making the show tomorrow. Spare 4-bagger. He's up by 45. Belmonte has 85 in the 5th, and he needs the last 6. Belmo's looking, oh, the problem is he went 10 pin, 10 pin, 10 pin, so he made a bigger change on the last ball, and then it took off on him and went through the face. So he just picked the wrong ball is really all it looks like. And Mchune, flat 10. Flat 10. Maribeth, welcome back. Ian, what is Belmo doing? Belmo's throwing a Typhoon, a super weak bowling ball that hasn't released yet. However, I think it's too weak is the problem. The ball's getting a little too far down lane, then is a little too smooth is what I'm noticing. So I'm thinking it's just the wrong ball is all that happened. Because he hit the pocket almost every shot. Strike and then 3 10 pins in a row. Mchune would have picked up the 7-10 with that. That's kind of cool. Oh, they are putting a... Oh, that's unfortunate. They're putting an advertisement in the championship match. Or not championship, but... Love the Typhoon. Maribeth, you haven't even thrown the Typhoon yet. You haven't even thrown it. Unfortunately, I thought this was going to boost Typhoon sales, but I think he just kind of killed Typhoon sales. Have you actually thrown it? Then post a video of it. Post a video. That's unfortunate, man. Yeah, I thought off the first shot that like, ooh, Belmo's going to sell 1 billion of these Typhoons if he wins this. And then he goes 10 pin, 10 pin, 10 pin and made it look like doo-doo. Aw. I procrastinate too much. But if you post a video now, nobody has posted about the Typhoon yet. Not a soul. Let me look quick. We're going to open up YouTube. Let's open up YouTube and see how many people have actually posted Storm Typhoon videos. Let's see. Storm Typhoon... Oh. We're going to make sure to do bowling. Storm posted a 6-minute video. Lucky Bowler Pro Shop posted one. Why is Louis Napolis showing up? That's not a Typhoon. Luke Rosdahl posted a... Did he post... Is there video? No. Luke is just doing what we do with our preview videos now. Casey Murphy has a video on it against the Hustle Rip. That's it. 3 bowling balls is all it is. Our video has the most views out of all of them. Thank you, guys. But yeah, the only ball times it's actually going down the lane is this Lucky Bowler Pro Shop, who's a 2-hander throwing it. And then you have Storm actually throwing it. So yeah, if you post a video, Maribeth, you are going to be the one. You are the person who will have video up because nobody else does. It's crazy. All right, Ian, move right. I think he tried when he left the big 4 or the 4-6. I think he tried slowing down a little bit. Ken, I still like the Typhoon. It's good ball motion. Really good ball motion. Case, to be fair, I'm a 2-hander, so it makes revs easier to come by. Absolutely. Yeah, it helps a little bit. Helps a little bit. All right, so for anyone just joining us, we have the PBA Players Championship on right now. TV show, we cannot show it because the Fox lawyers would attack me. So we are giving our commentary and our live reactions to everything going on. So if you have cable, you have an access to a cable login, or you have a TV with cable, make sure to throw the show on, and then we are commentating over top Randy and other guy who I forgot the name of. Sorry, other guy who I forgot the name of. And we are going to be showcasing just a different look at what the telecast looks like right now. So we are in the final match. We have 5 frames remaining. Kevin Mchune is absolutely smoking Belmonte right now. So we're going to see what happens in these last couple of frames and see if Belmonte can make some kind of heroic comeback or not. Belmonte's throwing an unreleased bowling ball, the Storm Typhoon. Kevin Mchune is throwing a polished Phase 2, so bowling balls that were released 8 years away from each other, which is crazy. Go get a Phase 2. That thing's the GOAT. Ian, is Mchune going to win? Right now it looks like it, but, I mean, Mchune was down 50 or 40-some in the last match at the break and then made the comeback, so we'll see. Kyle, my shop got one early, but I already have my heart set on an AI. Hey, that's okay. That's another great option. Another great option. Jennifer, the doc team that was following the players, any info on them? So I did hear about that, but I haven't heard any rumblings. I think they're really keeping that hush-hush for whatever it is. So I know Flow Sports did that a couple years ago. Unfortunately, Flow Sports is kind of scummy and I think is out of business now. The way it sounds, I got a $100 check from Flow Sports because they were doing something, some malpractice or something, which during some lawsuit, which was weird. I got an email. Sorry, this is fully tangent. I got an email from something saying you were a Flow Sports subscriber during this time. Show that you were a subscriber and then we'll give you money back. So I did that. Ooh, we got, hold on. Belmonte and Mac. We have a listen in. Okay, they're confused at the ball reaction. It looks like at the Typhoon. Okay, so he's saying the big 4 was a bad shot. He's sticking with it. He's sticking with the Typhoon. That's interesting. Oh, no, he's not. Just kidding. That is now a hustle rip. He has switched over to a hustle rip. Belmo has. Yeah, so Jennifer, I'm honestly not sure with that doc team. I'm hoping... Oh, God, Belmo. What was that? That was a terrible shot. So I'm really hoping that there's going to be a documentary of some kind out that's not like... That's actually bigger. That's not like, you know, something as tiny as Flow Sports. Let's see. Ian got a question. Yeah, ask away, Ian. Ask away. So Belmo switched over to a hustle rip. Threw a terrible shot, unfortunately. Left a 2-4-8, which isn't too terrible. He switches back to the Typhoon to pick it up. More predictable. You've only thrown one shot with the rip, so you're not really sure what it's going to do on friction. Totally understandable. Belmo with the Typhoon. Is he getting the spare? No, he doesn't. Yeah, Belmo misses the spare. He is now down by 55 pins. This one is all but over. Belmo can strike out for 214. Mchune can spare out for like 220 right now. That is not ideal. We might have Belmo already losing in a very boring finish to this telecast. Here comes Belmonte again with the hustle rip. Hopefully he throws a better shot. I want to see the difference between this rip and the Typhoon. Though that was a stupid messenger. Wow. That messenger is awesome. The rip just looks smoother. The rip looks like it looks very similar to the Typhoon. The Typhoon might hook a little earlier, but be as smooth down lane. The rip looks like it hooks a little bit later, which makes sense based on the cover and core combo. That messenger was stupid. Helicopter messengers for everybody. All right, we have Mchune throwing the shiny phase 2 again. We'll answer Ian's question right after Mchune's throw. He got it out. 2-8. Got the 10 out of the 2-8-10. That was close. Ian, super strong ASIM Pearl. That's from the Storm brands. It's going to be available in June. The old Equinox will be available. Harsh Reality Pearl might not be. I don't know if the Harsh Reality Pearl is even in production anymore. I already forgot. I'd say the Equinox will still be. So I think Equinox will be a good choice. There might be another one released sooner rather than later. I'm not entirely positive. I mean, the Origin is going to be there. Origin's selling super well. Mchune gets the spare on the 2-8. 2-8 is not easy to do in this situation. Yeah, Physics Blackout. That's another one. That should be around in June. It better not get discontinued because that ball's really good. But yeah, Kai, that's another one that's an option. All right, here we go. We have 8th frame coming up. Mchune really just needs to stay out of trouble. He can go 60, 80. Yeah, he can go 220 if he if he just spares out here. So he needs to just not get himself in any trouble. If he splits once, he needs a double. So he just needs to stay on 20 pins a frame and he's good to go. So any split here and he is potentially toast. He got that one in. Bones a 9-pin. Absolutely bones a 9-pin. Panda, Physics Blackout seems like it's going under the radar. It really is. The Physics Blackout is really going under the radar right now. Any physics line ball is really good, and I think that Blackout is fantastic, but yeah, I don't know. I think that ball would be really good in that situation too for you, Ian, but will it? I hope it's still around in June. I know it's on sale in a couple places already, which is kind of sad. I thought it releasing in Christmas time would be a good idea, but apparently sales-wise, it just wasn't. Onions. Do ball companies ever take a run at poaching star players? All the time. All the time. That's what 900 Global did with Sean Rash, actually. Sean Rash was very happy with Brunswick for a long time, and 900 Global gave him a bag. Absolute giant bag of money to come bowl with Global. And that was before Global was actually good. Like, I feel bad saying that, but old Global before Storm picked him up was really bad. And Belmo crushes it with the rip. Belmo might strike out. Belmo might put some pressure on. That could be interesting. You can go 214 yet. But yes, yeah, ball companies do it all the time. Global was notorious for it for a while. Brunswick doesn't really do it. They don't put much into the professional tour. They don't try to keep that many staffers. Motive puts a lot to the tour. So I think Motive tries poaching a lot of Brunswick players is usually what happens. Hey, Weekos, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it. Welcome. How you guys doing? Here comes Belmo, 9th frame. He needs a strike on this frame. This is a must-have strike to be able to stay in this match. If he misses this shot, it's over. Really good shot. And he carries the 4-pin. He trips out a little 4-7 hitting light. He doesn't let Mchune have it because he's down by so much. He is not a happy camper right now. That's what I looked like in game 5 today at our tournament. I shot 140. It needed 180 to make the cut. Yeah, that was fun. That was a really fun tournament. Really cool. Here comes Mchune. Just needs to stay out of trouble. Just needs to stay out of trouble. A strike will do it. He carries it. Gets the strike. What does he need in the 10th? 205. He needs 9. He needs the spare to shut out Belmo. Spare strike. He just needs a mark. If he doesn't, Belmo can come up and tie the match. That's kind of crazy. I can't believe he actually kept it closer. Anthony, if I put 5x4 by 4.5 on my blackout, it will be too strong and roll out. That is going to be very strong. That's going to be a very, very strong layout because that core is so big for you, Anthony. So I wouldn't recommend 5x4 by 4.5. I'd recommend something a little bit weaker. You might want to lower that 3rd number and raise that 2nd number. All right, Mchune just needs a mark here. And he made it. McCune knocks out Belmo, runs the first ladder to make it to tomorrow. Oh my. I want to see Belmo make runs. He's bowling so well this year. His one-on-one percentage is dropping like crazy on TV. That's one thing Belmo could do for so long is he was crushing people on TV. And he hits a crazy messenger. Why wouldn't he? Wow. Shout out Kevin McCune. The guy who always wears a flag jersey when he's on a TV show, you will always see him in some kind of USA jersey. Not Team USA. He's never been on Team USA, which is kind of weird. I don't know why. I don't know if he's ever tried team trials or what, but he's always wearing some kind of flag jersey. But he made it. He made it to tomorrow. He goes against Tim Foy tomorrow on the TV show. And Belmo, yeah, he wanted that hustle rip. Ugh. How is it going to look on this shot? It looks awesome. That rip was the play. Man, that's unfortunate. Mchune he is cheesing right now after that. The master of the Bach, Tim Foy. I think that's Rash yet. I think Rash is still the master of the Bach. He box once per TV show at least. Edwin, Flow Bowling is no longer in existence. Yep. But Flow Sports still exists. High school, college, Olympic wrestling, and grappling coverage is actually pretty good. Well, that's good at least. Yeah, bowling, there was just some things wrong, unfortunately. There was just some issues the way it seemed. Belmo, Brooklyn's to go 214. Well, 214 with a strike here. Belmo just let me down, got to shelf the identity. Oh, Panda, Kevin shot 240, 240, 20, 240. That's insane. On this pattern, that was insane for this event. Yep. There we go. Oh, Belmo's pissed. Belmo is upset right now. Oh, man, yeah. He didn't win a major this year because this was the last major. I want to see this Selly from Mchune. Put the audio on. Fox. Put the audio on. I want to hear the Selly. And that is all we've got. So tomorrow's telecast is Ethan Fior, Ryan Barnes, Alec Keplinger, Tim Foy, and now Kevin Mchune. We are going to have a new major champion, which is crazy. Ethan, Ryan, Alec, and Tim have never won a major. Mchune won the Players a couple years ago. So that's going to be really, really interesting. Onions, Belmo needs to rip hustles and stop ripping vapes. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, can you show the pattern? I can pull it up quick. Let's see if I can get that up quick. I'm going to bowl them like I'm bowling Belmo. I like that. It's a good approach to it. Where is the oil pattern? 2025 Carter. That was 37 feet. Are you kidding me? Bowling. Oh. Not that. Yeah, he's going to be just sleeping for like 8 hours and he's going to be on. Don Carter pattern. Where the hell is it? There it is. All right, give me just a second. I will have it for you quick. Okay, there we go. Let's see if I can get this showing on a screen. Let's see if we can get it up here. There you go, YouTube. That is what the pattern is. TikTok, let me grab you and do. Oh, that is not looking good on the TikTok side. Apologies, TikTok. Why does that look so bad on TikTok? What the heck? Scenes. Let's go to window. Kind of worked. Kind of worked. There you go. That's what it is. It's 37 feet. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. 37 feet, 33 mils, 2-to-1 ratio. You guys can't see my mouse except on YouTube. And then we have two 2-to-2s, and that's the big one. This 2-to-2 load up here shows really if you can throw urethane or not. It's a pretty flat pattern. It doesn't look flat on here, but 2-to-1 ratio is absurdly, absurdly flat. So let's jump back over to the main side. We're going to bring that back over. Why is that not showing? Where'd my camera go on TikTok? That did not work at all. Sorry, TikTok. I will get everything going in just a second. Where did I go? Well, that's cool. Camera? Oh, that's why. I need to switch over. We'll switch back to the bowling screen. There we go. Hi, TikTok. We're back. All right. That was it for the PVA Players Championships. Let's see. Augustana Storm didn't sell any Typhoons and hustled. They did not. They did not. Onions, thanks for the stream. Discovered this channel a couple weeks ago and really enjoying it. Hey, thanks for hanging in, Onions. Appreciate it. And physics blackout error. It's physics blackout error. All right, that is going to be all for that. What I'm going to try to do, maybe we can, if I can get this pulled up. There is an NCAA show going on right now that I would love to watch right now, but I don't know if I can. There is supposed to be the ball. Oh, there it was. Can I watch you, please? Live video? No, nothing. I would love the women's NCAA championships is on right now. Maribeth is not hanging in anymore, but I would like to throw that on. Unfortunately, I can't find it. I'm finding replays, and I'm not gonna buy ESPN Plus just for this. I think we're gonna actually call that on that today, guys. I think that's gonna be all that we do today. Nice little couple hour stream. Tomorrow, I don't think I will be able to live stream the actual finals. I think I'll be bowling is going to be my plan. So I'll actually be in a bowling center. I'll have a tournament going on. It sounds like I got a text during this that it's going to be on another USB-C open pattern, which is not fun. So I'm going to be throwing more urethane all day. We will be doing the thing banging all day tomorrow. But thank you guys for hopping in today for this quick live stream for the PVA Players Championship for Watch Party. Let me know if you liked our Watch Party or not. Shoot me a message. Throw a comment down in any video. I'm very curious if you guys liked it or not. Viewership was pretty okay. It seemed like a lot of people hung out. So thank you everybody who's hung out today. Otherwise, that is going to be it. TikTok, we're going to call it away from you first, TikTok. I will see you on the next one. We'll be live again Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. TikTok, I will see you later. All right, TikTok is gone. Bowling with Brooks, that was fun. Thanks for the hang. Oh, absolutely. Thanks for hanging in. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate everybody who hung out for this live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys watch the show tomorrow to see. It should be a really fun one. A lot of new guys on the telecast, which should be entertaining. But that's going to be it for YouTube. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for hanging in, David. Appreciate it. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. We'll be live again Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. But that is going to be it. I will leave you guys to a stream ending page, but I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Your boy got a license to start this.